Did you anticipate the reaction today? Have you been following it? What do you make of it?
We're terribly sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll leave it there. It's all good.
We have to get going, sir.
I don't want to go.
I know, but it's time to go.
I don't want to go.
It's time to go.
I don't want to
Sir,
go.
it's time to go.
I don't want to go.
Let's go. Come on,
I
it's
don't
time.
want to go.
I know you're having fun, but it's time to go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Drop the ball. Give the ball to someone else.
Interesting update after South Park aired Wednesday. And, you know, my take on it was, it just wasn't that funny. It had a few chuckles, but I expected more from South Park. The Trump jokes were fine. I don't care. Like, some of their funniest episodes have Trump. I mean, Trump is very meme worthy. It's just that the jokes that they made about Trump were so lazy and, like, I don't know, contrived. Like, haha, Trump's, fat, haha, Trump has a micro, haha. Like, it's 2025. Trump's been in the media as a presidential candidate or a president or ex-president for the last 10 years. I just wanted some, a little more sauce on those zingers. But yesterday, they were at San Diego Comic-Con, where not only did they issue an apology, but they also promised not to do any more political episodes. So my guess is it actually wasn't received that well. And we're going to get into all that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. If you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored. South Park creator smirks while apologizing to Donald Trump over the episode that linked the president to Mr. Jeffrey and Satan. South Park co-creator Trey Parker smirked as he apologized over an episode that showed President Trump in bed with Satan as they discussed the Jeffrey files. "We're terribly sorry," he said with a grin as he appeared alongside show co-creator Matt Stone at a Comedy Central panel on Thursday in San Diego, suggesting the apology was in fact not sincere. But I would submit to you that I don't think the South Park people have ever apologized for any joke they've made. I don't think, I don't think they're actually sorry for it, but I do think they didn't get the feedback from their viewers that they had hoped. Yes, people with terminal Trump derangement syndrome were, spurging out over what they saw on X, but I'm guessing that they didn't see the wave of Paramount Plus signups that they had hoped. Just so you know, like last night, the Paramount merger with Skydance got approved. So I assume they thought or were hoping that the return of South Park would lead to massive signups on Paramount Plus, where it is now exclusively home. And I just don't think they got the numbers. Now, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll report on that. Happily share the numbers with you. I have a feeling it didn't hit like they thought it would. But again, I don't think they're actually sorry. And it's what they said later that was quite interesting. Parker made the comment after he was asked whether he anticipated the reaction of the White House, which aired on Tuesday, and resulted in a damning statement by the White House. The premiere episode took aim at South Park's network, Paramount, and its recent $16 million settlement with President Trump, just hours after Parker and Stone signed a 5-year, $1.5 billion deal with the company. 3 days ago, I didn't know if anyone was going to like this. Parker added of the reaction to the episode, saying they were changing details on it until the very last minute. I mean, again, I have to admit that Cartman being sad that woke is dead was pretty funny. And I did kind of relate to it a little bit. I have thought more about, adapting and changing. I used to cover Magic the Gathering, and I used to cover more video game stuff. Video game news kind of dried up. Then I used to cover more TV and Hollywood stuff, and that's kind of drying up. And so I've thought, well, Trump really is kind of defeating woke. Like, we're not having the same battles that we used to. We're not having like the same headlines that we used to. All the companies have dropped DEI. So I was talking with what's left of my team yesterday, and even I was like, you know what? Cartman was kind of right. I'm going to have to pivot, and I'm going to have to get a little bit better at what I do. And I'm going to have to probably start mixing in a little bit more hard politics and get more educated on the hard politics stuff. Because, when's the last woke disaster movie that's come out? Superman was a little bit. Fantastic Four. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about because I think Trump really did defeat woke. Woke is dead. We had this thing yesterday where the American Eagle stock skyrocketed because they put hot chick in their ad. And people are like, oh, American Eagle, suddenly they're not doing these like woke ads anymore. And, it's just, it's they're right. Anyway, I'd say video game news isn't drying up. It's in areas that I don't really touch on. That's probably true. Like, I'm not really, I'm talking about woke stuff in video games, and there really hasn't been a big stuff there. Expedition 33 has been great. I've been streaming it. By the way, wherever you're watching, I stream that game quite often, a couple times a week, actually. Anyway, when a moderator joked that he had a subpoena with him, Parker replied, "It's fine. We're ready." Later in the panel, though, Parker said that they did get a note from their producers on Tuesday night. If we put eyes on his junk, we won't blur it, Parker said. That was a whole conversation with grown-up people, 4 effing days. They were worried about blurring that out. The show's creator also shared that they're currently working on the next episode, and it was super stressful. But Parker joked that upcoming episodes would include 0 politics. We're not doing any of that anymore, he said. I mean, they had made a similar promise back in, was it 2017, where they said they didn't want to get trapped by Trump. South Park, Trump trapped. I think that was it. Yeah. No. Well, this was like 2016, 2017, where they had said, hey, we're not going to do any more political episodes because, what can we really say about Trump that hasn't been said? That's why I was surprised. That's why I was like, why are they doing an episode on Trump? Like, I thought they specifically said, hey, we're done with that. The White House said the show has been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention, White House spokesperson Taylor Rogers said in a statement. Now, I think Donald Trump and the White House should not have issued any statement. I think it's cringe that they even acknowledged it. They simply should not have even acknowledged the episode. Because then you're allowing it to know, you're allowing people to know that it got under your skin. President Trump has delivered on more promises in just 6 months than any other president in this country's history. And no fourth-rate show can derail the President Trump's hot streak. Again, I wouldn't say South Park is fourth rate, and I would not say it's not culturally relevant. We'll see now that we're going to get consistent episodes again, if we're going to have, big South Park news every week. The last time South Park really made a bombshell episode was into the Pandaverse. And that wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that last summer? Might have been last summer or the summer before. But that was relevant for like a month after its release. The installment touched on the controversial cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which critics basically allege was axed by the network to appease Trump, despite it losing $40 million a year. One particularly controversial moment on Wednesday's episode saw Trump trying to romance Satan in bed before they discussed the list. You know, again.
Guys, did you anticipate the reaction today? Have you been following it? What do you make of it?
We're terribly sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's it. You know, the creators also took aim at Paramount and a $16 million settlement. In the episode, Trump sues his own South Park, which, again, I'm not quitting watching South Park. Oh, the Lizzo stuff, the Ozempic stuff was good too. That did make waves. Much like Lizzo in a pool. And by the way, congratulations to her on her weight loss. I don't care about her music. It's not for me. But like the amount of weight she lost is awesome. And like, I'm happy for her. So like, I don't really care about the episode. I'm just hoping that this week's episode of South Park is better. And I have, you know, if South Park has proved anything in the past, you know, it's generally they get better. And so that's my hope. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.